auditioning for a lot of drama schools, especially in my first year of auditioning. I documented the process, I guess, so anyone else who was going through the process could see someone else going through it. Like, it's interesting to see how other people are finding the experience. So I thought I'd do the same thing with applying for agents, because it's a big process, it's confusing, it's difficult, and it's hard to get yourself an agent, like it's hard to get yourself a place at drama school. So I thought I'd document the process. So if you want to see what happens, then please subscribe, and even if you don't care, then please subscribe, because having bigger numbers on my channel and like bigger statistics is always quite useful for me and makes me look a bit better, I guess. So if you want to be nice, then please also subscribe even if you don't care. And also I think it's useful to analyse previous times of applying for agents, because this isn't my first time applying. I think I've done like 2 rounds of applying for agents before, and it's only been no's or they haven't responded, which I guess is also a no. So that's what this video is. Now let's stop rambling and get on with it, I guess. So firstly, I want to talk briefly about my previous experiences applying for agents. So I think I didn't have headshots at least the first time that I started applying, because headshots are so expensive, and I had long hair and was planning on cutting it off and donating it. So I thought that's just not worth me spending my money on that now, because I was growing my hair out to donate it, which I guess is maybe not the smartest idea as an actor, but like I'm giving someone hair, so like I did my like moral thing. I basically applied for the agencies for young new performers where they were mainly asking for a self-tape of a monologue or something, and share the kind of skills and interests that you have outside of acting. Those were the kind of agencies that I was applying for. But I think I'm a pretty basic girl, like everyone who applies for not everyone, but like a lot of people who are applying for agents are quite like me. Like, I'm a pretty basic casting type, so I think it's hard because a lot of the time they already have someone like me anyway, I think. But now I have a headshot, which I got taken by my acting teacher. It cost me £12 at acting class, but I think it's enough for now. And I've got a CV where I've tried to put projects, like I've not done much paid work, but I've put on projects that are like names of things that people might like to see. Like, I did the Commonwealth Games opening ceremony, I danced in that, and I think that's quite a big name project, so I put that on there. I put unpaid projects that might have involved people that they might know, I guess, as agents. They might be like, oh, you've worked with this person who we know. And I've put on all of my training as well, because I think it's important to show that you take performing seriously. So that's the kind of materials that I've got together. So far I've applied in the last week, I think, to 28, because I have a whole list of agents that I feel like I'd be interested in representing me, because I've been told that it's better to have no agent than have a bad agent, because I think if you have a bad agent it's harder to move, because if you're trying to get a new agent they'll be like, well, why is it not working with your previous agent, and they might put slightly the blame onto you not being a good client or something. Like, it just complicates things. So I just want to apply for agents that I actually really do care about. So I've applied to 28 so far, and I've had 6 no's, which is quite nice because I quite like the fact that I'm hearing back, and I got some feedback as well of why someone can't represent me, because I'm not on Spotlight, which is an issue for some agents, and also I could do with more experience. One of the scenes in my show reel, they don't like the vocal delivery of it, think it could be stronger, think I could have more training and more experience behind me, which is fair and really useful to know. So that's what I'm working on now, because I think the performance in that, I wanted to have a short film bit of footage to show that I have experience on set, but I don't think it's necessarily my strongest performance, so I was debating whether or not to put it in a show reel, but I thought it shows that I do take performing seriously and I've done some work on set, so I put it in there. I don't know whether that was a mistake or not, but it's what I did. So I also want to talk about cover emails because I think I made so many mistakes with them the first time, and like it's easy things to fix, and also there's so much YouTube content about what to put in a cover email and what not to put in a cover email, so I'll link some of those in the description. But I think my main problem that I did was I bigged up like the I'm an aspiring actor, like I'm really passionate, like that kind of thing. Like a lot of people do that, but I've learned that what's better to do is that the agents don't necessarily care about that as much. I could be wrong. Like obviously they want people to be passionate about it, but everyone who's trying to get an agent is passionate about acting to an extent. So what I try to do now is I try to sell my other skills and what I can bring to the agency, because at the end of the day the agency is not necessarily trying to like find someone who really wants it. They're trying to find someone who has the capability to book jobs. So I try to list all of my skills in the email, and it's good for any agent to know like the instruments you can play, any languages you can speak, any other skills that you have that you could bring to a role, what training have you done, what previous experience have you got. Like that's the kind of approach that I try to go for, and not making the email too long. And people say personalize it, but I think I know that I have a reason why I'm applying to that agency, but sometimes it sounds a bit fake because you're trying to be like, oh, you represent this person, and like all of these like profound reasons that really just sound like you've just picked something off the website. So I try and have something now that's a bit more meaningful and genuine, because I think sometimes you can have your genuine reason, but it doesn't sound like you're putting a genuine reason in the email. So I've got a bit more aware of that as well, because I think that was a big issue for me. Like, don't just make it look like you've skimmed the website. Like, have an actual genuine reason and put it in the email. I think what my mindset is that I was thinking about agents for ages, but then I was like, well, I'm not going to get an agent if I don't apply for agents. So I'm just giving it a go, and I think I am in a very difficult casting type, and also I think I don't have a formal drama school training behind me, and I don't have loads and loads and loads of paid credits behind me yet, but I just think it's good to give it a go. So I'm just trying to submit anyway, and I'm trying to look for my own work as well so I can get more credits and I can look better for the next time that I apply, because I think you have to wait 6 months to a year until you can apply again. So I'm going to apply to my top agents. I think I'm going to apply to about 50, and if it's no's from all of them, I'm just going to work really hard on making my material better, getting more experience, trying to get on Spotlight, trying to get more paid credits, so then when I apply the next time I will be so much better. I don't just want to work on getting work, I also want to work on making my acting better, so the material that I send over is better, because if you're a better actor, that's always helpful. So that's my goal, that's the situation, that's where we're at. It's so confusing and such a complicated system, but I think I'm sending off the strongest applications I ever have done, and that's all I can do really. So if you're applying for agents, or if you have an agent, or if you have any thoughts, please share them in the comments. I love to chat with people and connect with them about their journeys. And thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate everyone who engages with my journey, and it's really nice to share my journey on here. So thank you so much to everyone. I wish you all the best with your acting and with your agent search. I'm sure I'll have more content on this coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!